Welcome to Attic Continues, a weekly podcast posted up every Monday in which we talk about video games and related topics. Posted up on atticcontinues.com as an MP3 and youtube.com/atticcontinues as a video. I am your host, Stafa, if this is the first time watching or listening to the show, and with me this week is Kevin.
Hello.
And this is going to be an odd or, not your regular episode because this is a backup podcast recorded on October 31st, Halloween of 2014. So I have no idea when this podcast is going to go up. This might be 2015 by the time you listen to this. Might be 2016. I don't know.
Oh.
Who knows? But this is a backup podcast, so this is going to be a little bit different. You know, this podcast is going to be, if you're listening to this, it's likely because of many reasons, as to why I was not unable to record a new podcast, such as I'm sick, I'm too busy, my guest host backed out last minute, and I could not find a replacement. So this is a backup podcast for whatever reason. So this week's episode segments will include, we're going to play a little game called Guess the Game with Kevin and I. We're going to play this. And then after that, our main discussion is going to be best and worst homies in video games.
Yep.
So, the segments are going to be a little different this time. We're not going to have any news, and we're not going to talk about what we've been playing since, this is a backup podcast. Also, if this podcast is if this is the first time you're watching or listening to this podcast, hopefully you stick around for next week because we should be back on the regular schedule by then. So.
Yep.
Anyways, let's get into our first segment, which is Guess the Game. To remind the listeners what Guess the Game is, one of us will share 3 hints, and the other one is going to try to guess that game and have 3 guesses. And we'll do this 3 times each, because 3 is a magic number. 3.
Yep.
3. Yep. And you, the listener, can play at home, but you're not going to win anything. So anyways, since Kevin, you've never done this segment before, I will go first.
Okay.
And have you guess.
All right.
And then we're going to alternate after each game.
Okay. Sounds good.
So, my first game. Let me get up my notes here real quick because a separate set of notes since I don't want you to see my notes.
Yep.
The first game, here are the hints. No skin. Blood everywhere. Bandage. Those are the 3 hints.
Oh.
So first one's no skin, second one's blood everywhere, third one's bandage.
Super Meat Boy.
Ah! You got it. You got it. First try.
Yes. I had to think about that one for a second.
What was it that gave it away? The bandage?
No, I just thought about it because just putting no skin and blood everywhere together, and I was like thinking, okay, what games have I played about no skin and blood everywhere? And then I thought Super Meat Boy.
Nice.
And then I actually didn't even really consider too much about bandage, even though that's the girlfriend.
All right, so your turn.
Okay. My turn. Okay, so this was a popular puzzle adventure game a long time ago in the early 80s. You only needed a keyboard to play this, and there was a chance that you could be eaten by a grue.
What the heck is a grue?
It's a creature that lives in dark places, and if you had no light, it could eat you.
So it stopped growing then because it grew in the past.
Grew as it's spelled Grue.
Okay, say those hints again.
It was a popular puzzle adventure game in the early 80s. You only needed a keyboard to play this game, no mouse. In fact, it could only be played with the keyboard. And if you went into a dark place, you were likely to be eaten by a Gru.
So 80s PC game. It's an adventure game.
Mm-hmm.
Zork?
Yep. That is it.
That was a complete guess. 'Cause I just...
You got it. Nice.
Okay. Awesome. Alright. So, this game, my second game, here are the hints. First hint, psychopaths. Second hint, robots.
Ah,
Third hint, barren wasteland.
Borderlands.
There you go.
All right.
that seemed easier than the one you gave me.
All right. So I tried making mine super difficult, so, except this one might not be too difficult. All right. This one, is a sci-fi sandbox game. It's two-dimensional and has a retro art style, and there's a huge focus on crafting and combat.
Terraria?
Close.
Spacebound.
Starbound. Yep.
Yes.
Nice.
Alright, so third game on my list. This game has advanced artificial intelligence, not like the AI as in bots, but like story-wise.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so advanced artificial intelligence, science, and turrets. Those are the second and third hints.
I have a couple ideas. My first guess is going to be System Shock 2.
No.
Second guess is going to be Deus Ex.
No.
Oh. Okay.
Let me go over the hints one more time, since this is your last try.
Uh-huh.
1, advanced artificial intelligence. 2, science. 3, turrets.
Oh, duh. Portal. Wow. I should have gotten it as soon as you said turrets.
That's what I wanted to make sure I said those hints one more time. Because I heard you were about to say your third game. Yeah. I heard something coming out. But I just wanted to make sure you thought about it.
Yeah, wow, I don't know how I looked over that so quickly. As soon as you said advanced AI, I was thinking, okay, it's either Deus Ex or I can't remember what my other one. Oh, System Shock, because that one was a big AI system in the end. And then, yeah, it's completely looked over the idea of turrets and science.
All right. So
Okay.
what's your final game?
My final one is, this game makes you question your choices. There is an unknown narrator telling you about things, and some people may not consider this to be a game.
You're making choices.
Mm-hmm.
Unknown narrator. Oh, Stanley Parable.
Yep. Nicely done.
I know. I'm the man. All right. Well, hopefully the listeners had fun with this as much as we did. I thought that was pretty fun.
That was good.
You know. So let's move on to our before we go on to the next topic, let's talk about DreamHost real quick. Can't forget DreamHost. because maybe the site moved on, so I don't know. Who knows what's going on? But if this is still relevant, DreamHost is a web service. They offer unlimited storage, unlimited bandwidth, user-friendly interface. They are also optimized to use content managers such as WordPress and Content5 and many more features. All that just for $8.95 US a month. And if you use the promo code OUTOFCONTINUES, that's one word, no spaces in between. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry about that. It'll waive the setup fee and get you a free domain registration. So, like I said, if that's still relevant, check that out.
DreamHost is awesome, or they were awesome at some point in time if they don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
By the time this podcast goes up.
And a quick reminder, if you have iTunes and have not left a iTunes review, please leave an iTunes review. We'd really appreciate it, and it's one of the single most helpful things you can do to help out the show. Otherwise, you can also share the podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, any social media. Let a friend know, and it would really help out the show. So let's go on to our main topic, which is the best and worst homies in video games.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know, homies can be defined in so many ways, but to me, a homie is like someone you just wanna just chill with, you know?
Yeah.
Someone you wanna spend your free time with, you know?
So the way that I kind of built my list, I wasn't sure if you were including like actual main characters or supporting characters. Characters that would be
don't matter.
Homies of the main character.
If
my whole list is actually not main characters, it's people who are like supporting characters of the main character.
Oh, okay.
So like homies of the main character.
Ah, okay. Like to me it was like who would if I were to hang out with somebody?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we can do both. How about your list be that way? My list will be the other way.
Okay. All right. So let's start off with the worst.
Okay.
What would make a bad homie? And I guess we could alternate.
Okay, that's fine.
One person who I think would be a really bad homie would be Kratos. First of all, Kratos would be getting all the girls and you'd be getting none.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, this guy's way too angry. When's he chill?
Yeah,
he'd be like, pass the nachos!
See, I don't think he would ever take a break because he's just so bloodthirsty that he wouldn't stop. There is no chilling for him.
That too. He'd rip your head off. He'd be too angry.
Yep.
Such a bad homie. I would not chill with Kratos.
Like playing a card game and then he loses and he just like kills you in turn.
So who is a bad homie?
So in the world of Grand Theft Auto, there's a guy named
OG Loke.
There's a guy named Roman Bellic.
Uh-huh. Oh, he wants you to go
bowling with him at the worst times. So I think he's a terrible homie for Nico, even though they are cousins. Hey, cousin, you want to go bowling?
Hey, he just wants to go bowling with his cousin. What's wrong with that?
But at the worst times possible. He has no patience. It's like, I bet Nico's in the middle of a fight right now. Maybe I should give him a call and see if he's free.
Come on, man. Maybe you're being the bad homie for not bowling.
Oh, I see. You're turning it around like that.
Yeah.
I guess that's another way to look at it.
All right, so another person on my list that I feel like would be a bad homie to hang out with is Nathan Drake. Have you played the Uncharted series?
I have, all 3 games.
Now, how much trouble does this guy get into?
A lot.
and his friends end up getting involved in that trouble too.
Yeah.
See, that's why I think he'd be a bad homie, because
He would
hanging
just
out with
draw you
him,
in.
yeah,
All the
he's
bad
a
things.
magnet for trouble. You don't want him to be hanging with you. I don't like hanging around people that bring trouble. Do you?
Nope.
Definitely not. Like, if someone's trouble, it's like, you're a bad influence, dude. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
So, bad homie, Nathan Drake. Official.
Okay. That works. I can see that point.
Alright.
Another, I guess, another bad homie would be Navi from Legend of Zelda. Very annoying. Doesn't really help. Just likes to yell at you and makes you want to listen, but doesn't help. But
Shut up, fool. Listen.
But Navi was assigned to help you through your adventures, and all Navi does is get on your nerves. So that
Yes.
right there, Navi was not doing anything properly.
Yep.
Just messing up the game. It was messing up the experience.
Since we're you know what? The first two of my on my list of worst homies were Sony characters.
Hmm.
The next ones are gonna be all Nintendo, and I guess you bringing up one is a good transition to mine.
Uh-huh.
This one is Princess Peach. Terrible homie. She promises you cake, you never get the cake.
Yeah.
She's always getting kidnapped. Like, she's nothing but trouble.
You know who else promises you the cake and doesn't give you the cake? GLaDOS.
Was she on your list or something?
Yeah. What a perfect transition.
Nice.
So much connection. But yeah, GLaDOS just lies to you all the time and makes you do things that you just are always there to hurt you.
Yeah. So deceiving. I totally agree. I would not want to hang out with or even be near GLaDOS. Alright, so usually people would say a dog is man's best friend. You know, I know people who love their dogs, treat them like, member of the family.
Yeah.
But this dog is not man's best friend. He is no homie at all. You don't want to be chilling with this dog. It is the Duck Hunt dog.
Just makes fun of you all the time.
Yes, he
Never-
makes fun of your misfortunes and shortcomings.
Just laughs at you whenever you fail. It doesn't even
Like
try to help or console you at all.
He's there for you during the good times. You
Yeah.
know, like if you do well, just coming up, like all happy and everything. Hey, I helped. But then, like, if you mess up, you suck.
I like how you turned into Goofy there. So are you saying that dog is Goofy?
Yes.
Okay.
So yes, Duck Hunt Dog is my number 4.
All right. So I guess this next one kind of fits in somewhat in both categories, although probably more in the worst homies category. It is Wheatley, also from Portal. In the beginning, he's there to help you and he's trying to help you escape. And
So he's basically like the Duck Hunt Dog. He's there doing the good, and then
yep,
once
and then as soon as he gets the chance to take over, he ditches you, leaves you to die, and then not only no, he doesn't just leave you to die. He tries to kill you after that.
yeah. Backstabbers are
Yep.
no good for homies.
Yep, they're just just selfish.
A true homie is there during both the good and the bad.
Agreed, completely.
So my final one, as I mentioned, Nintendo for my final 3. This guy is worthless. Brings you nothing but like trouble, extra work to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about Slippy the Toad, or Slippy the Frog. Frog, Sharks, help! Help me!
So you're saying that someone who's in need of help all the time is a bad homie?
Yes, yes, because I look. When a friend needs help, I'm there to help. But if they do nothing but ask for your help and don't even put any effort to help themselves, then they're no good of a friend. Like, I can't help you if you can't even help. You don't even try to help you.
Yeah,
Help
I can see
me help you.
that.
Homie,
Yeah, I can see that.
come on now. Like a friendship, you gotta reach back as much as they're reaching for you.
Yeah.
But if only one person's doing the reaching, no.
Sure, I can see that.
No.
Good point. I can agree with that.
Homie.
All right, so my last one for worst homies, he also kind of falls into a decent homie and a bad homie. It just depends on the situation. But it's the G-Man from Half-Life. Sometimes you don't know, you're not quite sure what his intentions are. Sometimes he's there and it seems like he's going to kill you. Sometimes he's there and he's helping you. Sometimes he's just very inconsistent with what he's trying to do. Like, there's a section when he actually saves your life when he stops time, and then, or I guess spoilers. But then there are other times when he kind of just leaves you to deal with things on your own and almost die. So yeah, he's a little
Stop
flaky.
being so mysterious, homie.
He's flaky. He could be good or bad, and you never know which one.
Alright, so we've established what makes a bad homie
Yep.
is if they make fun of you during the bad times, if they abandon you during the bad times,
Mhm.
if they're angry all the time, if they bring trouble, if they annoy you by calling you up all the time, and being mysterious.
Yes.
So, also lying.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the lying.
Especially about cake.
Yes, because if you lie about cake, that's very
I'm
bad.
hungry, dude. Like, I'm seriously hungry. Like, as soon as we're done recording, I'm eating.
Yeah, I know, me too. I have tacos waiting for me.
So, best homies.
Best homies. Would you like
Best
to go first?
homies. Yeah, you go first.
Okay. So, I think this is kind of 2 in 1, because they've been very helpful in almost every situation possible. But it's Garrus Rex from Mass Effect. Those are the two people, or the two that I would always want with me, regardless of what situation we were in. I could always count on those two to get me through anything. I never did in Mass Effect 1 at least. I never did any mission without them both.
Nice. What about Grunt? You didn't like Grunt?
I don't hate him, but I don't particularly love him as much as Rex. Like he's a good companion, but he's no Rex.
Yeah, Rex was like after you basically helped him out in 1, he always showed a lot of respect to you.
Yeah. Yeah, like Rex was a true friend, and Grunt was there to help, but it didn't seem like he was as invested in the friendship with you as Rex was. Like Rex actually developed a friendship with you rather than just being another comrade in war.
I was afraid that you're gonna pick some Mass Effect characters because my first choice on here was Commander Shepard.
Ah.
Because Commander Shepard, is definitely a person you wanna chill out with,
Yeah.
as a homie, because Commander Shepard he has the ship, or he or
Yep.
she has the ship. They take care of business when it gets down and dirty, but when there's nothing going on, they like to have some fun and go to the clubs.
Yeah. I
Commander
would
Shepard
space clubs.
works hard and plays hard.
That's right.
So,
Well, you could potentially use the entire cast of Mass Effect in both
yeah.
best and worst homies.
Well,
But,
other than Ashley.
right. She's just kind of there.
Well, I mean, for worst homies, yeah, Ashley would fit in, but best, no.
So, so another best homie would have to be Elizabeth from Bioshock Infinite.
Okay.
She's always there,
Not always.
She's there when she can be.
The end of Burial of the Sea Part 1.
Well,
That was
I don't know.
very unhomely.
Yeah, that's true. But it was for a reason to, I guess, protect all of the world. But I mean, throughout the main game, she's always there helping you when she's available to. She's always finding you ammo, and even though she disagrees with violence, she's still giving you ammo to protect both you and her. She's giving you money when she can find it. So she spots you whenever you need cash. She spots you whenever you need help. She spots you whenever you need ammo. She's always there to provide and make sure that things are going well, regardless of what the situation is. And so far, yeah, I mean, there are times when she's, you know, reluctant to do something, but that's because she has, good intentions. But she'll still come through in the end.
hmm Next on my list for best homies. Well, I've played a lot of Team Fortress 2. And there's some really cool characters. But like, as far as who I'd like to chill out with the most, it'd probably be the Heavy.
Yes.
Because he can have your back. He packs a punch.
Yep.
Like literally will punch.
Yeah.
He'll put the boxing gloves on and everything. He has the food.
Yep.
He'll share it with you too. You'll drop you a sandwich. Sandwich. Like I could probably say like the medic would be a good homie because he'd be there to heal you up and everything. The demo man seems cool, but I don't drink, so but like the Heavy.
Yep.
He seems like a nice guy too.
Yeah.
When he's
When he's not
either
shooting things.
yeah, when he's not on a killing rampage. He seems like a very nice and gentle soul.
Yes, I completely agree.
So TF2 Heavy.
All right, number 4 on my best homies list is Clementine from the first season of Walking Dead.
Well, you like to hang out with little girls?
Wow.
That's how it is, Kevin. That's how it is.
That took a turn I did not expect. Well, Lee was, taking care of her, and she was taking care of Lee too. Like they were helpful to each other in times of need, and she was always willing to help to make things. She was always willing to help because she was determined to find family, be safe, and make sure everything was fine with everyone, regardless of who it was. Even the people that were upset with her, she would sometimes try to be, very consoling to them.
Yeah.
She's a nice person.
Yes, she is. And unless you're playing as Dark Clem.
Yeah. Well, that's why
she gets pretty dark in that second game if you choose those choices.
Yes, I did. There were times when I was upset enough with the situation that my emotions kind of went through Clementine.
Alright, so my next choice, I feel like this guy would be a really cool homie for the very similar reasons of the TF2 Heavy, and that's Brick from Borderlands.
Nice.
he seems like a cool and funny guy. He'll play D&D with you. His answer to everything would be punch it.
Yep. Oh man.
He's goofy. Seems like a nice guy, and he'll have your back.
Yeah.
He'll provide the muscle. to punch
Definitely.
stuff. So, Rick, definitely a homie.
Next on my list, I don't know if you're familiar with the games, or I mean, I'm sure you've heard of them because I think I've talked about them before. But from Baldur's Gate, there was a guy his name was Minsk, and he had a little mouse that he named Boo, and Minsk and Boo together were like the comic relief of the entire Baldur's Gate series, and so they added a lot of life to the game. It's kind of like the same thing that Dory from Finding Nemo does for that movie. So Minsk and Boo are the comic
Dory
relief.
was annoying.
She could be, yeah, she could be annoying, but she was a lot of the reason why the movie was entertaining. So yeah, Minsk and Boo together kind of were this. So just him and his mouse were together and added a whole aspect of comedy to the game, and I think they seemed like they're similar to Brick and Heavy. Like Minsk is a huge guy and he's ready to punch and kill things, but he's got a soft soul.
Yeah, those are the best kind of like muscle that you want as a homie. Unlike Kratos.
Yeah, he does not have a soft soul. He doesn't have a soul.
Kratos will provide the muscle, but the muscle might rip your head off.
Yeah. Just because he's having a bad day.
I spilled my milk, Athena. Alright, so my next homie is Ezio.
Oh, hey, same with me.
Ezio is definitely a homie.
Yes.
Because he definitely has your back. He rounded up a group of people who all were in trouble. Like when you gain the ability to start recruiting people, it's always people who are in trouble.
Yep.
And you end up like teaching them how to fend for themselves and help. He helps make them improve them into better people.
Mm-hmm.
And he has the money. He has the women. he has the charm. He just seems like a cool guy to hang out with.
Yep.
Like,
I completely agree.
He is definitely homie material.
Yep. I know I said I would be doing mostly like supporting characters, but I just had to put Ezio on this list because he's definitely the type of guy that everyone wants to hang out with. And like you mentioned, he's always helpful. He's rich, he's smart, he's charming, and very charismatic, and is always there when you need him.
Yep. Women want him, men want to be him. Ezio.
Exactly.
And that accent too.
Yep.
Voiced by the voice actor of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yep. Ezio's definitely one of the best characters of all time.
Yep. Alright, your turn.
I think that was my 5.
That was it?
Yep.
Alright. My fifth one. Saints Row has some homies, but the one that I picked was Pierce. Because I didn't play Saints Row 1, so like I don't have that much of an attachment with Gat.
Mm-hmm.
But like Pierce, he was introduced in 2, and he was kind of a clown in that one. Like he was always trying to be cool, but like always like fell flat as far as the execution of being cool.
Yeah.
Like he came across as the guy who wanted to fit in, but like you laugh at him because of how dumb he was. But then like he was at least trying. He was always trying to help, always trying to help out. And in the third game, he came back around. Like he was PIMP. He was a really cool guy, and like it's just cool to hang out with because you're driving down to the uh, next mission, and you start singing together and
Yep.
having fun, and he's just a cool guy to chill back with.
Yep. Completely agree.
So he's my fifth choice, Pierce, because he's a
Very
homeboy.
nice.
And I did have one honorable mention,
Mhm.
and that's because he is not a video game character, but he is in video games,
Mhm.
and that's Shaq.
Wow.
Shaq will bring the muscle. He's a,
I take it then that you're excited for Shaq Fu too.
Yes, Shaq is amazing. Shaq is a funny guy. He's an entertainer. He,
Sure.
he's a
Mhm.
big guy, but not like an angry guy like Kratos. So,
True.
he's more like Brick and TF2 heavy.
With the soft soul.
Yep. And he seems like a fun guy to hang out with because he has he's been in crazy adventures like Shaq Fu and Shackdown and all that stuff.
Yep.
So that's my honorable mention, Shaq.
Nice. Good pick.
So what have we established from our list of best homies?
That the best homies are the ones who are helpful and are always there for you.
Yep. And if they can bring the muscle and back you up, that'd be that good. But they also have to have the right attitude to go
Yep.
along with it.
Absolutely.
Can't be Kratos.
Although I wouldn't mind having Kratos, as bodyguard or protector or something.
Are you sure? Are you sure
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah, I think
He'll start swinging those blades, and one of them will end up hitting you. In fact,
as long as it's in a different room, I guess.
think about everyone he has tried to help in
True.
all the God of War games you've played. How many people has he helped, and how many of them died as a result? All of them.
Yeah. Okay, I take that back.
So I think it's safe to say Kratos, officially the worst homie ever. All right, so this has been a shorter episode because we have no news this week.
Yeah.
We only have the main topic as well as the guess the game, and hopefully you listeners enjoyed the topic. We tried to come up with a more fun topic, something different. Anyways, where did my notes go? There we go. All right. So if you guys want to write into the podcast, and next week we'll read your feedback. Whether it's a question, comment, or any type of feedback, write into podcast@addict.continues.com. Also, as usual, I want to give a shout out to Nathan Becker, also known as Ectogemia. He did the intro music if you're listening to the MP3, and if you're not listening to the MP3, then you did not hear the music. He also did the outro song, which is going to be a song that I picked from the Beware the Bully soundtrack. If this podcast comes out within the next year or so, it's a game that I made last year. Maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. It's a game I made for my graduation, my senior project. So if you remember that, that's where the song came from. So check that out by looking them up on Ectogemia. That's ECTOGEMIA. Facebook.com/Ectogemia. SoundCloud.com/Ectogemia. If you enjoy what you've been hearing, support us by liking us on Facebook, following us on Twitter, leave an iTunes review. You can contact us by email. That's podcast@outofcontinues.com. Subscribe to the YouTube. That's youtube.com/outofcontinues. All these can be found on the website. That's www.outofcontinues.com. You can also give me a tweet. I am at SayedStafa. That's SayedStafa. Kevin, you are
At KS Trehan, that's at KSTREHAN.
I would like to thank my guest host for joining me today, Kevin.
Thank you.
And I am your host, Stafa. Peace out, everybody. Peace out.